Sound Inc. is a musical hub on the banks of the River Tyne. We try to provide a nurturing and creative environment to any musician that needs a place to call home. We have rehearsal studios, a music shop, music equipment hire, and we are also an official Trinity College music exam venue. Sound Inc. has been here since 2007. We've seen people go from their first ever rehearsal to preparing for festivals like Download and Leeds. We are the home of a supportive community with a culture of friendship, kindness and progress. We want to give musicians a safe and comfortable space for them to find and express themselves. We also make a cracking cup of coffee. Hi everyone, it's Luke from Sound Inc. Me and the staff team hope that you are staying as safe and well as you possibly can during this difficult time. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Luke Scott and I own and run Sound Inc. Studios in Blaydon, Newcastle upon Tyne. I have poured my soul into the building, my heart into its customers, and I don't think I will ever stop trying to improve Sound Inc. Hi, I'm Luke from Sound Inc. This is my first made pudding.
Good day, old chap.
Sadly, we didn't get funding designed to help businesses with fixed property costs back in April. And while another fund has opened up this month, there's no guarantee that we'll get this either. This has meant months of stress, uncertainty and vulnerability for all of us down at Sound Inc.
That's absolutely terrible. What can we do?
Today we're here to launch our Ink It Forward COVID Resilience Crowdfunder. This crowdfunder is aimed at helping businesses diversify in the face of COVID-19. If you want to help but fancy doing a little bit more than a straight up donation, we have plenty of pledges for you to peruse. You'll see some classics like t-shirts, hoodies and other merchandise, alongside some COVID resilient options like our brand new acoustic panels. We've also got a smattering of unusual rewards. You could take this cheeky chappy, Pudding Seafarer, out on an adventure of your own choosing, or add your dog to his family tree. Everyone who contributes to Ink It Forward will have their names added to a special tribute that will unveil in Sound Inc. and keep forever. Our crowdfunder is an all or nothing scenario, so if we don't hit our target, all of your generous donations and pledges are for nothing. Okay, so what can you do to help? You could donate. You could pledge to one of our rewards. You could talk about this crowdfunder with your friends, family, bandmates, music lovers, or you could share this crowdfunder online. Our objective is to reach as many people as possible, so anything you can do to help spread this crowdfunder will go a long, long way. I'd just like to say thank you for all of your support. Thank you for all of the future pledges and donations. Thank you for every share. Thank you for every conversation that you're going to have about this. We're going to end this launch with some humbling videos sent in by customers past and present and people that we've met along the journey of Sound Inc. Thank you to everyone who sent us a video submission. We hope everyone enjoys these videos as much as we did. Thank you.
Like a lot of other businesses, Sound Inc. has been really badly affected by the COVID crisis. There are literally hundreds of people in bands that use that space and that depend on Sound Inc. I've been practicing at Sound Inc. for about 10 years. I've recorded bands there, I've written songs there. I've pretty much seen Luke transform that place over the course of 10 years into one of the best practice rooms in the Northeast.
I think I've watched this journey that you've been on for the past 7 years. You know, I've seen the highs and I've seen the lows and I've seen just the amount of blood, sweat and tears that you've poured into Sound Inc., the hours that you've worked and the amount of love and attention you've given the place. Best thing that you've done about Sound Inc., you've built this amazing community and this amazing family around music. Everyone in Sound Inc. respects each other, everyone wants to help each other. To make great music, you need to be surrounded by positivity. At Sound Inc., that's what it is. You're constantly being pushed forward to be the best artist you can be.
I've been playing in bands for about 10 to 11 years now, and we've always practiced at Sound Inc. Watching the transformation from when Luke took it over to where it is now, it's pretty insane, to be honest with you. That guy's work ethic is something that we should all study and look at. It's really important for musicians coming through that they should spend their time there, but bands have everything they need in that space to really make it work.
So I met Luke a good few years back. He's very passionate about what he does. All aspects of his character, which I cannot fault, he has poured into his business. So the business has become like this really good friend that you can rely on.
I've been practicing at Sounding for a long time. In fact, the first time I ever rehearsed there was maybe I was 18, and I was in a band with Luke at the time. And I think the journey the place has been on since that point in time is it's astonishing, really. It's just in Luke's nature. I've told him so many times, like, you've done a great job, man, just sit back and chill. But he just wants to strive for the best for the people. That's the thing. He doesn't do it for himself. He does it for the people that go down there, the people that support the community and support his business. He just wants it to be the best, and I already think it is.
Sounding is a fantastic not only rehearsal studio, but just a great community to be in. Without it, me and my beautiful boys couldn't be half as far as we are now.
I've been using Sounding for 8 years, all the time that Luke's had the place. It's brilliant, we've always loved it. Luke's always goes the extra mile for everyone when he's running the place in there. He's a top lad.
Sounding's like a little home to us, to the media junkies. We love the place. We love Luke. He's devilishly handsome, but he's reliable, and he knows his stuff as well, you know. It's not just a case of putting an amplifier in a room and plugging it in. He actually knows his stuff.
Hey guys, it's Cass from Tomorrow Was Lost here. This is my little message pleading to you all to dig deep and help Luke and the guys at Sounding Studios, and to make sure we have a rehearsal space to get back to when this is all over. So please dig deep and help us all to save the best cuppers in the North East.
So as far as Raging Sickness and Sounding go, they pretty much feel like they've went hand in hand since 10 years plus. Of practicing there, and that's probably not just our band, it's probably every band that's ever stepped foot in the place. Luke eventually bought the business and given an absolute kick up its arse. Luke, Sounding, we love you to bits.
Basically, I woke up this morning, I checked Facebook, what I saw on there was crushing. My local music studio, Sound Inc., are up against it at the minute, just like many other businesses are. You go into Sound Inc., first thing you're done, you're met with a smile. There's not many places I've been to where the staff are so friendly. Luke, the spearhead of the company, who is doing an amazing job over the last, 7 years now. He is pretty much the only guy in the trade I have met who will stand there and talk to you for as long as you are there.
Hi Luke, and to everybody at Sounding. I just want to speak in praise of all of the work that you've done over the years. I used to play in a band called Benassia. We spent many years there under Luke's support and tutelage. Whenever we would go there, he would always have a kind and encouraging word for us. Every time that we went there, we had a positive experience. It was always such a nurturing environment, and I would hate to see that be lost.
Sounding is important to me because, well, in a nutshell, it's the best rehearsal studio in the whole of the North East. Certainly one of the best that I've ever been in my entire life. We've been going to Sounding from day one. When Bliss and Molly turned full band 6 years ago. The rooms are really, really good quality. The equipment's brilliant.
I just want to say a bit about Sounding. As far as I'm concerned, there's nowhere better to go and practice with the band. The team is so helpful and welcoming. If you've ever been there, then you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I just want to say a great big thank you to Sounding Studios. What can you say other than family? They're a big family to us, to many bands across the North East. Especially Luke, who's just like a dad to all of us, really. He looks after you and he's got your best interests at heart. So thank you very much, Luke, and to the rest of the team at Sounding Studios.
Sounding to me is just an amazing, cosy, comfortable place to be creative, to enjoy playing music with your friends, to write music, like do everything as far as being a band and being creative goes.
Just a quick word about Sounding Studios. Luke and the team have put so much into it, Luke in particular. Quality space, comfortable space, you know, beautiful rooms for people to rehearse in. I've been in bands for over 40 years and you need somewhere to rehearse. And the standard's gone up recently, I think led by Sounding Studios.
Hi, I'm Mark from Tomorrow Was Lost. And I've been practicing at Sounding for well over a decade now, and I'm sure that I'm not alone when I say that Sounding has just been a massive part of my musical progression over the years. As musicians, we all know just how important it is to practice with other musicians, and Sounding is by far the best place. I've had the privilege to do that.
Hi, it's Greg from Broken Toys. Just wanted to put a short clip together for the guys at Sounds Inc. Very important that we keep this business up and running. We've been a regular user at Sounds Inc. for well over a year now, after trying a number of places. Luke and the guys guys really look after us well. Nice size rooms, really good spec equipment. Best part is you get a cuppa at half time if you ask nice.
Just want to do a quick shout out for Soundink and Luke. I've used Soundink for about 10 years now, since it was like the bare shell of a building with a few amps in it, and to see Luke transform it into like an integral part of the northeast music scene is insane. They've been hit hard by the COVID crisis, just like everybody else.
Soundink, it's great, man. We love going down there and making a racket. It's a really cool place. It's got an excellent vibe to it. It really does. The facilities are absolutely top drawer, but it's more than that, man. It's got a good sense of community and things there.
Pretty much at every opportunity, I'll look to use Soundink just because of how comfortable it is there and how accommodating Luke and the actual business is to people like myself. It's like popping around to see a friend. Anytime it feels like that when you're working, it's a good thing.
Alright everyone, just want to say a big thank you to Soundink. Over 10 years practicing there, such a great friendly place. They've helped develop young bands, helped them grow, but since Luke took over, I just took it to a new level. So much passion. I hope everything turns out like.
Soundink for me has been a really good place to go, not just for music, but to meet like-minded people, have fun. It's a great place to practice for all the like northeast bands. There's been many touring bands practicing there as well. We really need to do our best to pull together all our resources in this time and make sure we can help you out any way we can.
Alright, this is just a quick shout out for Soundink Rehearsal Studios. It's probably the most important thing to any band or musician because it's the first place we all need to go. Obviously, we need rehearsal studios to be there when we all get back to practicing. Luke's done a good job of making it probably one of the best rehearsal rooms in the northeast.
Everyone that works there is amazing and does the best job they can possibly do, and that's the reason that I keep coming back to Soundink and the reason that I'll continue to keep coming back to Soundink into the future as well.
I just hope that everybody can spare some encouragement and time to just help Luke and Soundink out during this time.
It's run by one of the most friendly, caring, hard-working people I've ever met. And just the service and the dedication you get from Luke and the whole team at Soundink does go a long way in bringing together lots of musicians of lots of levels and really keeping this music scene alive. That's why Soundink is important, and that's why we should do what we can to help it out right now.
One particular occasion, last minute, really important gig, on the night of the gig, and he came down, he opened up Soundink just for us. It was one of the best nights we ever had as a band.
This place has been absolutely at the centre of this band for so long. The reason that we've done what we've done, it's a central hub for a lot of bands to share merch, music, and to gain so much advice. Come on, we need to get together and save this place.
Just an amazing place to be, isn't it, really? I've never ever been in a rehearsal room like it, and that is completely down to your undying ambition to make this place amazing.
Best of all, it's run by some really, really lovely lads who make a killer cup of tea or cup of coffee. You know, they're really friendly, they're really welcoming, and they really look after us.
Please keep an eye on social media. Make sure that Soundink is there for us all when the time comes to get together and play again.
I was going through a rough time, and Soundink was a place I could go and put the thoughts in my head to the guitar, and magic happened in my ears.
I'm sure there's hundreds of bands, and I mean that, hundreds of bands in the northeast who've been to Soundink and had an overwhelmingly positive experience and felt nurtured, especially those young bands coming up who have not yet been out gigging and been exposed to that.
The guys who run it are as good as gold, they really are.
I hope it gets all the support that it can get. It's a lovely place, and it's one of the first places we'll be going back to when everything goes back to normal.
We need your help. At the top and tail of it, Luke has taken the brave decision to ask for crowdfunding. I'll be sharing this to everybody I know and say £1, £5, whatever you can do.
Luke and his team are really outstanding, and they've worked so hard to make it a great place, and they've succeeded.
I think it's going to play a big part in the local music industry over the next 40-50 years. So
I think if anything were to happen, it would be a really, really big miss.
And it would be a crying shame if something happened. It would be a crime if that sort of place went to the wall. It really would.
What we're doing, we're going to put our heads together, we're going to raise thousands, and we're going to keep the place open. But obviously this only works if we get everybody on board. Just chuck something small in, just chuck something dead small, like the price of a takeaway or something like that.
Make sure you share the page that the guys have got up. And get some crowdfunded donations. Donate if you can.
I think that it should always be there. I can't imagine Luke's got in Sound Inc, not being on that road.
They'll just, they'll go the extra mile all the time, man.
That place is a big part of a lot of people's lives, and it's also a big part of the Northeast as well.
Thank you for everything you've done for us, Luke, and may the force be with you.
It's the lifeblood of local music.
We need it to be there when this is all over.
Can't recommend the business highly enough.
It's just such a lovely setup.
I've practiced in quite a lot of other environments. Sound Inc is the best.
Yeah, Sound Inc means more to me than you'll ever know.
Here's to the next 7 years. Long live Sound Inc.
And now the pandemic's got everyone's skin, right? But we've all been smashing the takeaways. You've been smashing the takeaways. I've been smashing the takeaways. Don't pretend you haven't been smashing the takeaways, right? Sound Inc was founded in 1949.